Guys, it's Kelly. I'm back with another process video, and today's layout is a layout that I made about a month ago and just have had not had a chance to do the voiceover. So bear with me as I go through this. I might have forgotten a few of the details. So I am using the Simple Stories I Am collection, and I know that I am late to the party with this. I actually don't really have any of it in my stash. I have a very sweet friend who had made a bunch of layouts with it, and she told me to help myself to use it, and I did. I know, she's very sweet. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this picture and I backed it on some white cardstock, put it on a scrap piece of paper that she had from this collection, and then matted it on vellum. This picture was taken in December. I take my mom with me, and we both get our hair cut at the same time. It just makes it easier on me. You know, if you guys are just joining me on my channel, you may not know that my mom is dealing with some memory issues, and driving is one thing that I'm trying to do most of, so that she doesn't feel the need to get into her car. She's not at the point where we need to take the license, but I just feel better driving her. And if you've never been in this position, just be very thankful, and you just don't ever want to be in this position. It's not a nice position to be in. So that is where this journaling is coming from. When I went to get my hair cut this day, I told the guy that cuts my hair, I'm like, just do something like sassy, because I feel like I need to fight back, because a lot of things are coming at me at once, and you know, I need to have control over something, and right now I don't really have control over these issues, and there's some other things going on that I haven't shared that I just can't. But so anyway, he cut my hair in a sassy way, and he also put some red streaks in it. And I have always been a blonde, and you know, growing up, as my hair darkened, or growing up, as I got older and my hair darkened, I wanted to keep the blonde because brown hair just doesn't look as right on me. I don't know why. It's probably just because I'm so used to it. So when he threw in the red, I was a little bit shocked, but I loved it, because that was exactly what I needed. I needed something to, you know, just take control over and be different. And it is something that I will definitely do again. So I'm just taking this photo, and I am taking some cheap craft foam, which if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love doing to pop up my pictures. It's cheap, and I like the fact that the picture will not dent down, and it'll stay completely flat and keep its shape. So I am taking these pieces, and I am just inking the edges, and that is with Victorian Velvet, I do believe. And it's just to make some of these papers, even though they're in the same collection, you know, to me sometimes they're just a little bit different enough to where I like to ink some of the edges. Some days I really don't care about it, but on this one I decided that I wanted to. So in doing this layout, I felt like I wanted to have a couple strips at the bottom, and the wood veneer pieces for I Am, I decided that I was going to make this page about the fact that I am on a journey. And you know, in life we all are on journeys, whether we take time to really think about it. And sometimes we have you know, a lot of say in the direction that we're going, and sometimes we are on a life raft and we are just praying to make it safely. So I decided to make this page for that reason, and I decided that I wanted to add some mixed media. And there's some things in this layout that, you know, sometimes for me, scrapbooking is really my therapy. And, you know, life can be somewhat messy and you're not in control. And so mixed media for me was perfect because I kind of have control, but I kind of don't on what this is going to look like. And so to me, when I can bring my creative process and things that are happening in my life, if I can make them mesh, it just, you know, like I said, it is definitely my therapy, and it made me feel just, I won't say better, but it helps me to have control over something. I don't know, too much thinking here. But what I'm trying to say is I wanted the background to be messy because life can be messy. And when I was looking at it, you know, parts of it weren't quite messy enough. So I wanted to make sure that I wanted the thoughts and feelings I was trying to get out were going to be on this background. So this collection has a bunch of gold, and I decided to use my Heidi Swapp gold color shine and throw some splats against the background. And there I just showed you that I went ahead and sewed some of the layers down and just taped the little strings on the back. So when you're adhering things to a mixed media background, you do have to use a little bit more adhesive than normal. So just be prepared if you haven't done that. I don't mind it, just it's one of those things that it's nice to know. So if you don't do it, you're not surprised. So I went ahead and I pulled out some things off the sticker sheet that I thought would work color-wise or shape-wise, or some of the words. And that I am was part of they don't do Project Life cards, but it was either a cut apart or one of the journal cards. And I just cut that out and knew that I would tuck it behind a layer and then add some words from the sticker sheet that just kind of described my feelings. And the butterfly I chose because, you know, the butterfly with new beginnings, and I just thought that was also not only a pretty accent, but something that, you know, brought meaning to this page as well. So I do decide that I want to ink that edge. You know, I cut it off the card so it has just a little bit of an unfinished edge, and I just find that inking it just helps just make it look like it was a piece that was bought, that you know, you didn't make yourself. I don't mind making them myself. I just like to make them look as good as they can look. So I decided to go ahead and stick down these stickers. I just kind of put them not neatly, not messily, just a little bit askew to bring some visual interest to it as well. And I did put that beautiful flower on Pop Dots, and I liked the way that that just kind of nestled around the corner edge of the paper layers. Now these letter stickers were from my stash. I'm sorry, I believe they were October Afternoon, one of the colors. They're one of my favorite mini alphas to use, and I just think that they are, you know, perfect for some of the subtitles or just to help finish a long title. Now that gold label at the bottom was also from a cut apart card, and at this point I've decided that I'm going to ink the wood veneer, and I am using the matte gold by Ranger, and this is definitely my favorite gold ever. It is so pretty. It's beautiful, and it just embosses beautifully as well. So I set that aside to let it dry because I have messed them up before, and they dry pretty quickly, but you leave it to me, who can be a little clumsy sometimes, to mess up your embossed area. Usually you can fix it, but I've just learned just to set it aside for a few minutes. Now I'm taking my hole puncher and I'm notching out the edges of this label. I thought I was going to use the second label, but I did not. But the hole punch trick is just nice because it'll finish off a label and make it look like it was a die cut that, you know, came in an ephemera pack as opposed to something that I cut out. So this is pretty much it. I'm going to glue things down. I do at the end stitch off camera, and I stitch the bottom part of the label, and I also stitch all of the words along the side under I am, just for some more texture, and I just thought that it's pretty, and I love machine stitching. And the only thing that I really do from here is I add some of the brads that came, well, they're not brads, they're like sticker brads. They have the brad shape, but they're adhesive backed. And I add a couple of those, and I choose the butterfly to help repeat that theme. And on this lower one, I am going to choose the bird because I love birds. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this layout, and maybe it will inspire someone who is in a difficult situation, you know, to scrap your life. It really does make a difference, and you know, I just can't say enough positive things about taking, you know, your thoughts and putting them on a page. So take care, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.